Hey guys, I'm coming back here for the video, guys. Today, I'm going ahead and letting Madden 24 predict the NFL draft coming up. So obviously, yes, Madden is a very random game, and predicting Madden drafts is almost the same as predicting NFL drafts. Like, it's almost impossible. So I don't know how this is going to go, or if this is going to go somewhat successful. I tried this one other time on my football channel, and it actually went... Brock Bowers went pick number 1, guys, and Marvin Harrison Jr. went pick number 13. So, I hope that gives you a generalized idea that Caleb Williams is supposed to be the first overall pick. So, let's just see how this goes, though, because, again, like I said, it gets random with Madden. So, let's get right into this draft. So, first pick overall is the Chicago Bears, and who are they going with? Let's see. Marvin Harrison Jr. So, last time I did this, Brock Bowers went number 1. So, Marvin Harrison Jr. went number 1. Now, while I think this is not going to happen in any way possible, I don't think this is the worst pick possible for the Bears. Now, let's be honest, okay? The Bears, they need either a quarterback or they need a trade out of this pick, because they can get themselves, just like last year, an absolute bag from any team in the league, pretty much, outside of Chiefs, Bengals, and a couple others. They can get a bag for getting this number 1 overall pick because Caleb Williams is available. So, I would say, although Marvin Harrison Jr. is amazing, and he's a sure ballot, absolute stud receiver, I probably would go ahead and try to avoid, I would say, to a most part, try to avoid taking him at number 1. I try to get a bag. But pick number 2 is the Commanders, and they're going to take Brock Bowers. I don't know if I agree with this pick, especially because Commanders should be taking a quarterback. Now, I think how Madden's doing this is these are the best 2 players available, so that might be why they're kind of going toward that. Pick number 3 is going to be the Patriots, and they take Caleb Williams. All right, so last time I did this, Caleb Williams went like pick 18. This is actually a lot better because now he is pick 3, which is more realistic. Let's see what the Cardinals go with. Cardinals are now on the clock, and they go with Drake May. You know, here's what I'll say about this, right? The Cardinals, I think everyone and their mom right now thinks the Cardinals are going to go with Marvin Harrison Jr. That's the team, okay? That's the team everyone thinks. If they don't go Marvin Harrison Jr., I don't know what else they would go. Maybe defensively. I shouldn't say I don't know. I'd say they trade down and they get some draft picks. But at the same time, if they don't believe in Kyler Murray, you could go with a new quarterback. And a lot of people are saying this, and it's very true, that Drake May, if it wasn't for Caleb Williams and the Caleb Williams hype, Drake May would be the number 1 pick in this NFL draft. He would be the best player available. So, possible. Next pick, J.C. Latham, Alabama. Over going with Joe Alt or going with Joe Alt, the Penn State guy, or... Yeah, I don't... Okay. I mean, listen, J.C. Latham is the best right tackle in this draft. And I mean purely right tackle. He can't be a left tackle. He is a right tackle, and that is it. Mainly because of his size and his athleticism. He is mainly just a big body right tackle who isn't that fast. And for a lot of teams, that's going to be perfect. Like Cincinnati Bengals, that's perfect. For the Chargers, this does make sense. You protect your right side. Your offensive line definitely wasn't the greatest last year. So I'm not really too much against this. I think that's actually a pretty solid pick. Now, if you're the Giants here, you have a chance to go ahead and get Malik Neighbors, or you have a chance to get another one of these wide receivers for your squad. And instead, they go with Dallas Turner out of Alabama, who arguably is the best pass rusher in this draft. So, not bad. Okay. Titans at number 7 here. You go Joe Alt. There's not even a question. Your offensive line is your biggest problem. And, okay, maybe not Joe Alt, but they go with Penn State tackle Joe Alt is still on the board. Okay. Interesting. And the Falcons go with Jared Verse, right end. This is probably the best pick for them. If they're not going quarterback, I probably would work on that defense. That defense was a problem last year. So now with the Bears on the clock, this should get interesting because now they have options. They took themselves a star receiver, but at this moment in time, if you're the Bears, listen, the option to go quarterback is not off the table. You still got Jaden Daniels. You still got J.J. McCarthy. You still got Bo Nix, Michael Penix. I know he has a lot of injury concerns. But you still have a lot of good options available at quarterback. You got yourself a stud receiver. Who do you go with here? And they go D-tackle Byron Murphy II. Amazing D-tackle out of Texas. All right. So now this is not even a question. I'd bet $1,000 on this, but it's Madden, so I'm not going to make this bet. But if this was real life, you could win $1,000 within a second. Joe Alt, that's not a question. You want to protect Aaron Rodgers. You want him to be a franchise quarterback for the next couple years. Guess what? Protect the guy. You need to get Joe Alt here. He is the best tackle in this draft, and that is not a question. And instead, they go with Marius Mims, a right tackle from Georgia. Oh, lordy. Listen, there is nothing wrong with Mims, but he's more of a project. He's not a 100% ready-to-go type of player. He's going to take some time to develop. He's going to have to go to a system that is correct for him, and he's going to have to blossom with that said team. And that is an interesting pick to go with the New York Jets. Over Joe Alt, over Fuaga, there's a couple guys I like better than Mims here. But, okay, hey, listen, like I said, you protect Aaron Rodgers, and clearly they had Mims higher on the board. Minnesota Vikings here, you go anything defense. Anything defense here. Okay, yep, you go with a pass rusher and Latu. Not a bad option at all. Now, if you're the Denver Broncos, there is no question that you are not going with a quarterback here. You could go with a wide receiver, especially with the fact you might be losing Jerry Jeudy or Courtland Sutton, and also injury concerns with both of those guys. But I think if I'm them, I go quarterback here. I'd probably go with Sean Payton's delight, as they would say, and go J.J. McCarthy. And let's see who they go with. They go with Zerhan Newton, D-tackle out of Illinois. Okay. Interesting. Raiders, you could go quarterback. They go with Fuaga, right tackle out of Oregon State. For some reason, Joe Alt is still on the board, but this might be where Ryan Ramczyk's still on the Saints. Saints here probably go defense. Yup, they go Joe Alt, left tackle for Notre Dame. I was going to say they might go with him. I thought they'd go defense, but that's not a bad pick to go with tackle and protect Derek Carr. Now the Colts are on the clock. Ooh. This could be a first cornerback off the board. I very much disagree with this pick. And I don't think this is a realistic pick at all. After going Anthony Richardson last year in the fourth overall pick, and he actually looked pretty good before getting injured, I highly doubt they would go with Jaden Daniels. Now, have we seen this before? Josh Rosen and then Kyler Murray? Yeah, we have. But I highly doubt this. Seahawks, I'd go quarterback too. I'd go J.J. McCarthy. Hey, let's go, baby. I guess that one. Yeah, you need a quarterback for the future. Geno's not your option. If you're the Jaguars here, you're probably going with offensive line or defense. Cornerback, yeah, Terrion Arnold, that's not a bad pick. That's one of the best on the board. All right, if you're the Bengals here, what else who's available here if you're the Bengals? You could go wide receiver. I don't like going wide receiver, but when you have Romeo Douzé still on the board and Malik Neighbors, you could go with him. Could go with Tyler Guyton, who said he wanted to play in Cincinnati. Very excited and loves Cincinnati. He said how, Orlando Brown is his mentor. So you could go with him. Could go with a corner. Could go with Cooper DeJean. Could go with Jackson Powers Johnson. Not a bad pick at all to compete with Cordell Volson. Kool-Aid you could go with. Yeah, there's a lot of options here. I really highly doubt they're going to make the correct option now. Let's see who they go with. Tyler Guyton out of Oklahoma. Ironically enough, this is actually probably the pick that Cincinnati would go with. Mainly because, again, Duke Tobin, their GM, absolutely loves this guy. He talked to him at the Senior Bowl. He was very vocal with the Bengals and wanting to be a Bengal, so it does make sense. All right, Rams. You have a lot of players you need. Yeah, Cooper DeJean's a good pick. Steelers, you got to go offensive tackle. Offensive tackle, O-line in some way. Center, that's a great pick for them. That's an amazing pick for them right there. Miami Dolphins, maybe defense. Chop Robinson, yeah. Eagles, I'd probably go with defense. Malik Neighbors. That would be a great pick to add with A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith. Texans, I'd probably go wide receiver. You probably go with the other receiver. Yeah, Romeo Duzay. That's what I was about to say. Give another receiver for C.J. Stroud. Cowboys, defense. They went left tackle. Oh, that makes sense. Because Tyron Smith's leaving them. Because Tyron Smith is leaving the team, you need a left tackle replacement. Packers, corners or safeties? Corner or safety? Center. I'd probably go with corner or safety there. Okay, and then the Bucks. Bo Nix, that makes sense. Replacement for Baker eventually, and, have him sit behind Baker. After going with a quarterback, their second pick is Darius Robinson, the Cardinals. The Bills go with edge rusher Adrian Cooper. The Lions, defense. Troy, a left guard. I'd probably go defense there. Ravens, wide receiver. Cornerback, that makes sense, though. Because Marlon Humphrey might not be back with the team after this year. And also, they're going to lose a couple other cornerbacks in free agency. So, 49ers, they go with Chris Baswell. And finally, the Kansas City Chiefs go with right end, Braylon Trice. Very interesting draft, guys. Very interesting draft. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one.